Hey guys, and welcome to Final Fantasy 3. We're going to continue from where we last left off. Between videos I have leveled my party up a little bit, so Luna and Ark are at level 31, we've got Refi at level 30, Angus at level 30. It's mainly the guild that I wanted. So the guild's at 30,000. And most of the enemies on this continent here give about 1,000 gil per battle, so are worth fighting here. But we'll be getting lots of gil and lots of experience throughout this part and the next part, just because of the enemies that we'll be encountering. So let's get to it. So if you recall, we're headed to Doga Manor, and let me just say this is one of my favourite themes in the game as well. Who dares trespass inside the great wizard Doga's manor? Seize him. Kubo! Maybe the moogles should have like a gruff voice like, Kubo. What you on about, Kubo? Hello. I know you, don't I? Ah, warriors of the light. Good of you to come. I have something to tell you. The one who is summoning the darkness into this world is none other than Xande. Xande, Unai, and I were apprentices of the great mage Noah. When Noah died, he bestowed upon us gifts, the power of magic to me, the world of dream to Unai, and to Xande, Noah granted him mortality. Maybe Noah meant to give him mortality and did what I did and mispronounced it. Of course, Xande was not pleased. He covered the world in darkness and stopped the flow of time. Xande's plan was to stay his eventual demise by halting time itself. Oh, clever plan. And then you appeared and restored time to its rightful rhythm. However, Xande seems intent on stopping time again. Come, you must help me stop Xande. Okay, so we've got Doga joining the party. Won't be with us for too long, I'll tell you that, but it's a bit of a good help. Come, you must escort me to the Cave of the Circle. In my room is a secret passage that leads to a cave. Candle on the wall is a switch that opens a hidden door. Excellent. Let's go head down there. Now this is an interesting conversation. There's something we have to tell you. Goldor destroyed the Earth Crystal. Goldor? No matter, that crystal was a fake. I created it myself. It's only good for making gold. Do not worry, the Earth Crystal is still whole and safe, but its location is unknown. So that's pretty interesting. Let me explain about that. We do actually have a letter to grab from Raphia. Hello. Welcome to Magnet, Kubo. Yes. So this one's from Taka, legendary smith. Don't know if I've told you, but there's supposed to be this legendary smith wandering the world. Rumour has it that she fixes things so well, they look brand new. Excellent. So we'll be... Don't forget to... we'll be sort of... over the course of the next 2-3 videos, we'll be sorting out a couple of side quests relating to that legendary smith. Won't be able to finish them all just yet, but we can get them started. Master Xande left. Oh.
Master Xande left. He said he was hungry because of great mage's Noah would give him mortality, Kubo. Master Doga said that the floating continent was created by the destructive waves of darkness that Master Xande called forth, Kubo.
Sorry.
Lady Unai is asleep in the shrine south of Sabonia, protecting the world of dream, Kubo.
Yeah, maybe that's a little better, right? You can kill Fat Chocobo in the heart of the light. Okay, use Gasol greens. So you can use Gasol greens here. Not going to because it'll interrupt this music, which, as I say before, I really enjoy this tune. One of my favourites, Doga and Unai's theme. In terms of spells, we're going to grab Faraga, I'm going to grab Eroga, we're going to grab Haste. If you haven't done so already, I'd probably say Kirag and Maze are your most important ones to grab. And you know, probably maybe go for haste. Let's get them equipped. And yeah, we'll be getting plenty of gil back by the end of this part, the next part, so don't worry about that. I know it sounds a lot, and this is just your standard inventory store. So let's get into the next room. What's to do? Yeah, are you going to the Cave of the Circle? That place is dangerous, Kupo. Don't go, Kupo. Cave of the Circle is connected to a world of darkness, so the cave is filled with monsters from that world, Kupo.
Magic water in the bottle forever. Restore your magic power and health, Kupo. Use a magic bottom.
Book and table too, yeah. So yeah, this book revives your party. This pot we're interested in heals your party. Well, I mean, we're not interested in it because we're fully healed, but it might be worth coming back to if need be. So we're coming up to our next little dungeon here. It's not a terribly big one, and we are going to have to go into mini for it. Now, I'm not going to. I'm not going to change our classes. In terms of battles, we'll show a few of them off because there's a few bestiary entries, but yeah, in terms of battles, Lunith will just be guarding, Ark and Raphia will be using magic, and Ingus, as he's a Dark Knight, he can use Soul Eater, and that still deals pretty good damage. So put him to the back row. If you want to swap to mages, feel free, but this isn't a terribly long dungeon, and here we've got our demon horses. Let's get on that. Let's show off Kagura, I guess. Let's take that off my bestiary list. So yeah, on the first floor you can find demon horses, Bovians and dread knights. We'll be keeping an eye out for them, of course. Again, nothing terribly difficult, but just worth keeping your eye out. Sorry, I was actually looking at my notes then. Did Doga pop in and kill that other horse? Cause, yeah, I don't think I noticed Ingus was still on full health, so fair play, Doga. Nice one. There we got the fire mages. Well, on my notes, these were on floor 3, but yeah, I guess they appear here too. It's not bad. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just hunting around for enemies, so I won't cut to each enemy that we're looking for, specifically with Bovian and Dread Knight at the moment, so yeah. Excellent. So these are the Bovians. Sorry, I had it on auto battle while I was looking for them. Get rid of them. And again, nothing too complex here, so don't have to worry about taking any particular strategies. I'm using Blazzagas because, as I say, this isn't a terribly long dungeon, and as you can see, we're getting lots of gil back as well, so excellent. Okay, I will say, this did take us a while, and as you can see, Ingus's health is, I mean, not like Aegir's, but yeah, Ingus's health has finally reached over 1,000, so that's pretty good. Here we go, here's Doga popping in, showing off his flair, and Jerry's our Dread Knight, so again, not like ages, but it's a good experience to, you know, rack up some gil and some experience itself, so not bad at all. Just ticking them off my list. Sweet. Okay, let's move on down to the next floor then. So on the second floor, or the second area, we are going to look. Sorry, looking out for some rock gargoyles. Let's see whether Doga's anything interesting to say here. Can understand why Zonde will be angry for being made mortal, but mortality is what makes life so precious in the first place. It is not how long you live, but what you make of the time you have in this world. And we can make a lot more with a lot more time. But no, I guess that's true enough. Yeah, so that's quite interesting actually. Yeah, we'll search about for this rock gargoyle. Catch you when we find it. Excellent, here we go. So again, just same old really. Get a Blizzard going, why not? And you'll be pleased to know this is the last enemy that we need to look for. So of course, Doga wants to show off with a camera. He never shows up when we're off camera, I'll tell you that. But no, that's fair enough. If he wants to show off with his flair, he can. And there we go. Also got rid of a nice little demon horse as well. Right, so now we can just venture off straight through the rest of this, well, call it a dungeon, rest of this area. Yeah, in Area 3, if you were interested, you can find Dread Knights, Bovians, Rock Gargoyles, Demon Horses, and the Fire Mages. Yeah, these Fire Mages actually, I was going to search for them on this floor, but they do appear on floor 1 apparently, so I didn't find them off when I was doing a little test playthrough on the first floor. So maybe it's a rare encounter, but I saw them twice. Okay, so maybe better looking for the Dread Knights down here as well. Oh, maybe I just got lucky, but yeah. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, this is the final area, so it's just a cutscene. We must hurry. My time has almost come. I'll cast a spell on your ship so that you may travel underwater. Excellent. Zahapu Muwu Kane. Kanye. The Nautilus can now travel underwater. Wonderful. I must go now. My planet needs me. Oh, head south from Savonia. The Temple of Time lies between the pillars of Cape Twinhorn. In the temple is where you'll find Noah's Loot. What does Noah's Loot do? It is a magic loot. Its timbre will reach it even into a world of dream. You must use it to call Unai back from a world of dream. I will now use the circle to enter a rift between dimensions and also find the key to Eureka. Your task is to wake Unai and obtain the ancient ship known as the Invincible. Okay, it sounds like it's as good a task as any. You must hurry now. I will teleport you outside. Give my regards to Unai. Farewell, warriors of the light, till we meet again. Catch you later. Yeah, so outside, obviously, we want to unmini ourselves. Oh, and of course, put our formation back to how it should be. So just going to head into Doga's Manor to heal up. I will also purchase the bio spell as well. Right, let's do that now before I forget. There we go. Don't worry, we'll be getting warp and stoner soon enough. But there we go. Bio's pretty handy because it's a non-elemental spell too. So yeah, if you've got any enemies that resist elemental damage, then it could be worth taking. And we do actually have a Mognet letter to grab as well, so let's do that. Welcome to Mognet, Kupo. Our service lets you read letters from the people you previously met. Sweet. You four sure were a handful when you were toddlers. You all turned out okay in the end, or at least, at the very least, you're all toilet trained. Thank you, Sid. Are you getting other people's letters? We are. Yeah, so those letters, I'm not sure entirely what, you know, I'm not sure entirely what triggers each of the letters. I think some of it is based on the Bestiary Completion. I know for a few later letters, it's based on the side quests we do. So, yeah, if you haven't gotten any letters that I have, it might be because you've not got the treasure that I have, or you've not got the Bestiary that I have. I know some are just based on the progression in the game. But yeah, we can head underwater now, and that means we've got more enemies to find. Luckily, there's not too many enemies here, so we're looking out for the Noggle, the Abtu, which is what these guys are. Yeah, maybe not so obvious, but they are weak to thunder, to lightning elements. But they can be pretty tough here. Lots of high HP as well. You'll be surprised actually at what can survive. So, you know, don't worry if you're struggling, and by all means do feel free to use this as an as a way to gain more experience. We've also got the Kagura and the Charybdis and a back attack. So, yeah, these are our Kaguras. The Charybdis was the one that I found the most difficult to find here. They seem to be the rarest. I'll use a Cura just because of how much we got taken off. Yeah, if you, as I say, if you need some experience, feel free to use these guys. Might even do a Cura party up after this, because depending on what Ingus is on, it's not too bad actually. I think it should be alright. Yeah, but back attacks can be pretty dangerous. Let's do a quick cheeky cure with them. I'm not swapping those just because I'm a bit lazy. I feel like we can defeat these enemies even in the back row, but yeah. If it's a boss encounter, I might have a different opinion. Okay. Okay, perfect. So here we go. This guy turned up straight away. Let's just do our usual. And let's also tick it off the list. So as I say, the last one to look out for is the Charybdis. Yeah, I'm probably butchering that pronunciation, but yeah, that did take a while to find in my little test playthrough. So again, not to worry about it. It's good for experience. Here we go, excellent. even got a preemptive strike as well. So yeah, that little blobby fella is what we were looking for. And he's alongside Kagura as well. Not bad at all. Sweet. Yeah, so that's the enemy that we were looking at, but can take a little while to appear. But we got it. Okay, sweet. Let's head to where we next want to go. Oh, 3 of them. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, we'll show off this fight. Why not? There we go. Yeah, just our usual heal when you need to attack with your attackers, Soul Eater with your Dark Knight. No, not too much strategy needed at this point. And it's a T, big here, aren't we, with a T. Oh. There we go. Not bad at all. I think it's gained a level. I wonder what HP he's on at the moment. So guys, I just want to rise up because this is actually I want to be the east side of the Dal continent. We're going to head to Doga's village. So that involves going down here and yeah, just heading underwater. I hope I've got 20k. I do. That's good. So yeah, I'm sort of happy that I got into that last encounter actually, because that put me over. Okay, so here we are. It's this little hidden village. Can only get to with the Nautilus, and it's a village full of mages. So they all sell magic, pretty much levels 1 through to 7, I believe. I think, actually, if you were interested, I think this is our level 7 spells, which we don't want to purchase just yet. We're more than capable as it stands. But as I say, what we want regardless the remaining 2 level 6 spells. Yeah, every other black mage on each of these sort of islands just sells different kinds of magic. So if you need any magic, feel free to purchase it. And we don't have any magnet letters, but I'm glad that we didn't actually when I said that. But yeah, there you go. If you didn't get any letters previously, you can feel free to talk to a Moogle and have that you need. It's Daisy. Fair times a chat. Okay. What we're going to do next is I'm actually going to head back and heal up. So I'll meet you at Doga's Manor. And then we're actually going to do a little bit of a side quest. So get to that in a sec. Alright guys, so we're going to do a little bit of a side quest now. There's a couple we can do here actually. There's one underneath Savonia, and there's one what's called the Sunken Cave. So we're going to fly over there, which is just that southeast island on the continent. And we'll be doing the Savonia quest next part. I'll explain my reasonings, but yeah, I will say you might want to just hop off and save before you go in. And don't be afraid to do this bit in sections if you do need to if you are struggling, because these enemies can be pretty tough as well. But again, really good for experience here, guys, and for Gil, importantly. So, as always, we're going to be filling out our bestiary a little bit here. So I'll show you the way to the next floor. Lots of good treasure here as well. Here's our first enemy, the Dozmare, that's it. So I think these should be weak to air though. So, let's get to it. And yeah, those wind spears of Lunas are doing really good for us as well. So again, good stuff. Either not so good. Okay, good. We should see them up. Awesome. And yeah, don't be afraid to heal after every battle. And as I say, if you need to, resurface and go to a town or to Doga Manor to heal up, which is likely what we'll do. So yeah, this leads down to the second floor. In the meantime, I want to find an Ologhai, a Kelpie, sea witch, and a killer hermit. So yeah, I'll catch you when I find them. Here we go, perfect. So these are the sea witches, as you can see. So let's just use those Fundara. As I say, I think most of these enemies are weak to the old Thunder abilities. I do want a Cure Fingers. I have been using Aero with Refia throughout, so I might even after this match just do a proper heal of Ingus after this match, after this battle. And Lunaf as well. Here we go with a little bit of a Fundara. So I did mention actually that I wanted to search for the Ologhai and the Kelpie on this floor. But when I was doing my test playthrough, and I have made a little note of this, I did find them easiest on the third floor of this area. So I'll probably leave those two until the third floor. Excellent. So this is that one that I was going to leave for the third floor, but the Ologhai and the Kelpie. So yeah, I found them on the first floor this time, but as I say, I did find them easiest on the third floor. So let's get rid of them. Oh, they look pretty cheery, don't they? I think they always appear together. I could be wrong, but this is the formation that I've always seen them in. Again, a nice little cheery bunch. So we just need to look for the killer hermit next. Wonderful. So again, these guys are the ones that have taken a little while for us, but we got there in the end. So again, just got to sort of think of the positives as well. That being, you know, just how much skill and experience we are getting through this, and you know, it doesn't necessarily feel like grinding because we're doing it for a purpose of trying to find the enemies. So yeah, just keep trying if you go for this bestiary. I hope this doesn't interrupt the flow of the playthrough too much for anybody watching who's not interested in bestiary stuff. There we go. Nice bit of gil, nice bit of level. Let's get down. Right, so I'm just healing up at the moment, but this floor's quite good because there's a lot of treasure to grab. Maybe not a lot of treasure, but there's 3 chests to grab, so got to go left first just to get some chakram. I mentioned actually earlier about a boomerang, and I think I said, I don't know which. I think I mentioned, I don't know which. Here we get a dual tomahawk, sorry. And yeah, I think I mentioned, I don't know what job uses them. It turns out ranger, and a thief. So the enemies we want to look out for, here we get a tiger claws. Enemies we want to look out for this floor now is just the Aegir. I think that's how it's pronounced, and that's on floors 2 and 3. And here we go, I believe. Yeah. So here we go. I can always tell when a new enemy formation is coming up because the screen, when it comes to fade in, it always delays by a little second if it's an enemy formation I haven't seen before. So I don't know whether that's just my laptop or whether anybody else has that. Yeah, it can be. It is good because it's sort of a bit of a giveaway as to whether what you're looking for is coming up. But yeah, that's the last enemy we needed. Right, now let's go down to the 3rd floor. Now, I'm going to do this in a couple of trips, so I'll explain why in a second. Don't worry, I'll edit anything out, any backtracking out, but let's go grab some chests. So, yeah, there's a couple of secret passages down here. What we want to do is we want to continue to head south. Here we can grab an ancient sword. Lots of good weapons down here as well. I'll explain why you might want to do this in a couple of trips. Just replace that with the ancient sword. I believe the good sword is still the best one. Excuse me, best one. Right, so yeah, Ingus is all decked out. Here we get a cognitome, I think that's for your scholar, diamond helm, metal knuckles, that'd be for your monk, and a diamond shield. So let's get that equipped. Yeah, so lots of good equipment down here, folks. So even if you're not interested in leveling in your bestiary, do come down here and grab these chests at the very least. Get an air knife here, that'd be for your thief, diamond mail, Loki Harp, Loki Hope, and diamond braces. And then down here, get ourselves a phoenix down as well as an elixir, lovely Noah, and some diamond gloves. Sweet. Let's get a lucifer stocked up. Yeah, so lots of good stuff. I think you can get diamond bases as well. We'll be getting something for Raphia soon enough, don't worry. Right, now to our left, through here is a passage with 4 chests. Now, each of these chests is guarded by a pretty tough monster, nothing too outrageous though. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to head back, heal up, and save again and then come down, so I'll meet you guys back here. See you in a sec. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, you might want to save again before coming in here. And of course, feel free to teleport out of the dungeon. You don't have to walk out like I do. I just tend to do it just for a cheeky bit of extra experience, if I'm being honest. But again, it's up to you. So yeah, each of these chests are guarded by a monster. Let's get to it. This first one is the Eater. But we get the Triton armor, so that's not bad. This can divide itself, actually. So I believe if we use magic to defeat it, or if we use a dark blade, then it doesn't divide itself. I think the Soul Eater ability also works to make sure it doesn't divide itself. I guess we'll find out now. As I was saying, the Soul Eater ability does not work, but again, it is not too bad an enemy, so yeah, just magic it, I guess. And yeah, not got too much experience either, so we use Blizzagas on here, cure them, and if we use a Soul Eater, that should get, hopefully Arc goes first. Excellent. And yeah, this should put the HP down. Ah, there we go, sweet. Right, so again, can be a little bit of a toughie if you get them divided, but not too bad. I think they do actually give more experience as well if they divide as well. So I also know I said as well quite a bit there. Okay, into this chest we go. So this is the Reflect Mail. And this one contains a Dark Claw. Again, another pretty tough encounter, but something we can't handle. And yeah, just use your strongest spells. That's why I went back up actually, mainly just for the just to restock on HP, but mainly the magic stock, which was running low, particularly my sort of cures and the sort of higher level magic. So again, these enemies aren't like, I wouldn't say they're boss enemies. In fact, I think later on they do become standard enemies. But yeah, that guy had 3,800 HP. Pretty straightforward. Okay, to the northeast chest. So let us again heal up. This one contains probably the easiest. Well, it's got an Aegir shield, so that's good. And probably the easiest encounter to defeat because guard, and oh yeah, not Thomas. Magic, yeah, just cast phase on it, and that should auto defeat it. If you don't have raise, feel free to toss a Phoenix down. You don't have any Phoenix down, so you don't want to waste them. Just use Chiraga, Shura, and then Fire Magic. And that's a zombie dragon, 11,000 HP if you are fighting it without the auto kill or auto defeat. Okay, let's actually learn those spells that I meant to learn earlier. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, and the last one is the Peryton, and we get the Trident, so that's a pretty good weapon, or a really good weapon for our for our Dracoon. What I wanted to do was actually go item, can equip. There we go. The Trident. So yeah, don't forget you can equip weapons whilst you're in battle, or any sort of equipment really. So always worth keeping in mind. We'll use a cure there. Bit of a preemptive thing. You know what? I should have kept the wind spears on because I reckon this guy's fleet's that, isn't he? So he's got 9,650 HP. So we should have it done soon enough. Okay, does also mean we're going to have to waste one of our precious Phoenix Towns. We got a little unlucky with those hits there, right? Yeah, we'll get a Chiraga on just for safety. Hopefully that goes first and then followed swiftly by Raphia. Of course. This isn't going too well, is it? That's fine. We'll focus on trying to get him healed. I think specifically as well, it's pretty good experience. What I perhaps should do is maybe put Luna on the back row, given how much damage he's taken. Right, so let's pop him onto a rear. We'll be getting some more Phoenix Downs later, so again, don't worry about them. And yeah, perhaps I will swap back to the Wind Spears, I think. Okay, good. So we got fortunate with the healing and the way the turns move there, so that's good. Oh, this one's a tough old boss, isn't it? Or a tough old battle. There we go. Not got any Kiragas left, so fingers crossed they don't bully Ark too much. Could have done a solo heal on Ark actually, but I thought best just to, just in case he struck Ark. Enemies are the people again. Oh, there we go. Unfortunately, Ark didn't get the experience. Sometimes that's how it goes, right? Okay, well, there's a Trident. Yeah, that was a tough old battle. I think I did get really unlucky with with how that started. So yeah, perhaps another day could have done that a little bit differently. Oh, so good. Anyway, yeah, I'll meet you outside. But I think at this point we're ready to end the part. So I'll probably meet you outside Amur Village for the start of the next part after I've healed up. Alright, cheers guys. Catch you later.